Hi, we're Franc Moody. This is Ned Frank, Jon Moody here.
Hello there, and we're very grateful to be on Herman's show, Shopping 2.0. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Cool.
Whereabouts are you?
So I'm from Córdoba, Argentina. I host.
Córdoba, Argentina, Atórico. Yeah, I know it.
Have you
Where
been
Che
here?
Guevara's. Che
Have you been
Guevara's.
here?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I climbed the mountain there to see aliens.
Cool. Oh, that's the Uritorco.
Atórico, that's it. Yeah.
Uritorco. There are for
Any
real.
luck?
Real
Seen
aliens.
aliens?
Yeah. I actually wasn't. I was taken. I didn't return to Earth for 4 years, so I saw them.
So for the accent, I mean my accent is awful, but you from the one of the right, your left. I don't know because the image is mirrored, but which is which? Cool. Which is
Jon?
Jon and
Ned.
cool. And it is real that the name Franc Moody are your last names?
Exactly.
That's super cool.
Yeah, no, it's quite an easy one actually. Just with getting it's always a nightmare getting a name together for a project, right? And,
Yeah.
Cool. Yes.
But, yeah, it kind of
That's
worked
true.
out all right. Also, it's
Yeah.
quite nice. People think it's like one person, so it's
Yes.
always, a bit of mystique behind it, you know.
I remember in my radio show, I like to introduce to new songs, new artists, etc. And when you put your first album, Next Moves, I listened to it and I searched for info on the web, on internet, Instagram, etc. And I thought that it was just one person, like his name Franc Moody, like which one is Pink, from Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Gary Pink and Tony Floyd.
Come on, baby.
Yeah. It was like Jon said, it was like the easiest when we run out of ideas of names to call the band, we're just like, okay, let's try our surnames together, and it just sounded quite good.
Yeah.
Well, but it's super cool. I love it.
Thank you.
So I like to talk about your newest songs. The
Cool.
the
House
one
of
that
FM.
yes, House of FM. Exactly.
That's right.
That's the name of the new EP that we're waiting for. Okay.
That's correct. Yes. Not too long to wait now. I think I can't remember exactly when it's being released, but I think it's quite soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's in a few weeks.
That acoustic song that you're recording is going to be part of it, or is another?
No. It was actually so we've just started up a Patreon page. I don't know if you've heard of Patreon, but it's a kind of great way to sort of communicate with fans, and it's a platform for it. And we've been making lots of little bits of content, to share with our fans on there. And this is just an idea that we wanted to do for them. So.
Oh yeah, like Frank Sumi.
Kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. That kind of vibe. But yeah, this one's just going to be a little performance of one of our songs. So.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the first one was Losing Touch. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Losing Touch. I know that you said, I think that it's when you feel like an euphoria or something like joy, and you're like nothing else matters, But I'd like to talk with you about that feeling. When you feel that feeling, or how do you came up with the song, etc.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, just I guess what was important also about when we wrote all these tunes, we were in lockdown, so the pandemic was there. We'd just been taken off, our tour had stopped halfway whilst we were on tour because of the pandemic and lockdown. And I think for us, writing this EP was kind of a little antidote for that. It was a little antidote to the feeling of not being able to play live, and Losing Touch was a kind of nod to both things, of that lovely feeling that we were missing, where you're playing live and you're just letting go and just like letting wherever your brain take you wherever you want to go, or your imagination, your energy. And it was just about not caring and just going for it, letting go, really, I guess.
You can kind of escape,
Yeah.
Sort of the feeling of escaping.
Escaping reality.
Yeah.
Escapism.
Yeah, in a good way. Yeah.
Of course, I remember, for example, myself, when I felt that way was in the live shows or screaming some songs, So
Yeah.
I really miss that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you haven't got enough brain capacity think of anything else in those moments. You know, it's just all encompassing feeling.
Yeah,
But,
I know.
yeah, it's something we've all missed quite a bit, but
Definitely.
hopefully we're not too far away from it coming back.
Yes, I think there in Europe, there's going to be some shows.
Hopefully we'll see. There's some few shows over the summer, maybe over here in Europe. But yeah, it's all a little bit up in the air at the moment. So just got to keep our fingers crossed.
In the
Yes.
UK, there's things are opening up now, but you're just never sure whether it's
Of course.
real or not.
I hope it don't get better. So
Yeah.
also in your songs, for example, in the first album, the second one, also here in Losing Touch, you do like little, I don't know how to pronounce this word, but it's like homages.
Yeah, that's right.
Homages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. For example, the one that came right in the face is the one Earth, Wind and Fire.
Okay, cool.
Like,
Nice,
from
that's cool.
September,
Nice.
you know?
Nice.
Yes.
That's cool. That's
Do
a real
you remember? So,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you remember? Yeah.
Yes.
so the question would be, how do you do with all your feelings, with all the music that you know, with all the music that you listen to your whole life? How do you put all those things and also your own creations and your own feelings in just one song? How do you do that?
I don't know. I guess it's something that's just maybe like ingrained in your subconscious. You know, all the records that you know, whether it's from childhood or just that you're into at the moment, whatever. I think it all just kind of becomes a little part of you, doesn't it? And then maybe it just comes out in the writing subtly. And then, I mean, in terms of putting our own sound on it, and I guess it's something we've both been working on for a while now. And I think it's a lot to do with just the resources we have around us. So the instruments, the synths we have here, what we've got at our fingertips basically to make it work, whether it's, our sort of DIY homemade percussion section of hot sauce bottles and salt shakers and, all that kind of stuff that just adds that little flavor.
I know that
it.
you're kind of like I don't know how to say this, but very meticulous in getting the right sample,
Well, yes, no. Weirdly, we sort of like throw things in. When we're writing, we often just like.
But for example, when you find when you search for a clap, for the right clap or for the right shaker.
Yeah. It's true. Like it's got to be. Yeah. It's true. It's got to be the right thing. When you know it's right, then it's just bung it in. But
in this new song, for example, the three of them, Tired of Waiting, Big Cheese, and Losing Touch, I feel like the samples are like more raw. Like
oh, cool.
Like
nice,
and I like it.
Nice.
All like
cool.
like rusty. It's something weird.
Yeah.
I love it.
We call it craggy.
Craggy.
Craggy. Okay.
Craggy. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like lo-fi.
Lo-fi. Yeah, we don't want it to be too perfect. Too shiny.
Yeah.
Yes,
DIY.
But I know we all know that lo-fi is like the trending right now. But I didn't like when I listen to your song. I don't feel like they are just part of the trend of the moment. I heard a lot of things, and I just think that you're evolving in your song, not like
That's really lovely to hear, man. Especially from obviously you say you've been listening since the Dance Moves EP, so
yes.
That's really nice to hear that you're clocking a bit of a progression and stuff like that. We want to keep it fresh,
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're learning every time we put out a record. We're learning more and more about what we want to do and how to try and accomplish that. So
talking about dance moves, when I first listened to the album, I know like there are a lot of things there, like funk, soul, a lot of disco, electrónica en español, a lot of things going on there. But I just hear something that I have to tell you, and I want to tell you if it is correct or if it's just my imagination, etc. I hear a lot of Alan Parsons in your music. I don't know if some of you are a big fan of him.
Yeah, I mean, not like a massive fan, but I definitely listen to a lot of the music. So, I mean, is that the Alan Parsons project?
Yeah.
Like 60s, 70s.
I know you were thinking about Graham Parsons.
No.
It's like from the 70s, but
70s.
When, for example, on Big Cheese, when the song prepared to explode, when the drums come in, etc. That for example, the choral parts that you play, like human voices, and the bells, that's very Alan Parsons. I love it.
Okay. Sick. I'm going to check out some more of that.
That's sick. All those things, like when people hear something in it that's like maybe wasn't consciously. I love that. I love hearing those little things. So that's really interesting.
Reminders.
Yeah.
That's maybe the subconscious, as you said moments before. You know.
Bit of Alan Parsons hiding in the back of the brain.
Nice.
You know? It's like here. Okay.
Yeah.
But it is. Also, I like to know what the word. This is not a question exactly for you, for Franc Moody, but yes, for English speakers. So I like to know what the word cheese means in English in music terms. You know.
Oh, like Gran Formaggio. So it's just an expression, I guess. It was, when we were coming up with the songs, that they were just throwaway lyrics. We're just like, okay, this kind of sound. What does it sound like? The tune sounds like, in our head, we were like a guy in a suit, big fat guy walking in a suit with loads of money, just like walking down the street.
With the strut, when he thinks he's the dog's bollocks, he's strutting down the street, the big cheese.
And the big...
it's an expression.
Yeah, it's just an expression for like a sort of...
larger than life,
Yeah, big cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
If that makes any more sense.
I heard it a lot of times, and I never knew what is till now. Okay, so thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you. And then Tired of Waiting. This is the newest song. I heard what you say about this song, but if you can say it again. What are you tired of waiting? Like,
I mean, I think it was quite a subconscious thing, actually, wasn't it? It wasn't. I don't think we didn't sit around and talk about like trying to get a concept together for the tune. It sort of came out very naturally. Neddy came up with the phrase, worked really well over the rhythm and everything. But I think it's probably just a subconscious nod to a bit of the frustration, that we've all been going through this year of, waiting to get back on the road in our case, and whatever it may be, waiting for things to return to maybe a bit more of a normal, and for the good times to come back a little bit. So I think it's probably just a bit of a subconscious thing that came out.
Was like first you lose touch, now you're tired of waiting. So
yes, exactly. But it's funny because like the whole nature of the House of FM EP was very much like a sketch, like sketching. It was loose. We weren't thinking of a formula, any preconceived ideas. We just like went for it, go for it. And it was the same with the lyrics and the melodies. We just like, and if it sounded right and it stuck, and that was kind of a bit like that, I think, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that. You first make the song and then you sing. No?
Yeah. Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. It's not like a written formula, but it's that's what tends to happen. Yeah.
And in the songs that are more like a pop song, like for example the first one from Dreaming Color.
Yeah,
those
exactly.
songs. Yeah.
So the structure, quite more of a traditional structure. You have a verse, and then you hit a chorus, and second verse, chorus, outro, sort of thing. Where this one is, it didn't have any of those guidelines or rules or regs. It was just kind of like more about developing a really substantial groove, something that kind of can just meander on for a long time. Look at Big Cheese, it's one chord, just stays one chord for 6 minutes, and it's just stuff. It's more about the journey, weaving in and out, rather than trying to hit the chorus really hard, which is really nice. It's really fun to like mix up the style of writing, and I think something that we are going to sort of remember a little more going into the next writing phase,
Mm-hmm. Are you going to make, like, for example, the Live from the Lift? I love that mini, like,
nice.
Like virtual concert. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah.
But I love it. Are you going to make something similar with the new songs?
Probably not. To be honest. What we've focused on with this campaign is including the live videos from the studio. So the A side of the record, if you like, is myself and Neddy in the studio here, written, produced, performed by us, and then the B side is going to be released which is we've rustled up our band, our amazing band, Rosie, Amber, Dan, Luke, and the Hoff, and we've sort of workshopped all the songs, and we went into the studio and we recorded them live. So that's kind of our little live nod on this campaign, and that's going to be coming out at the same time.
Okay, cool, super good. And one of the last questions, I don't know how are we the time, but
we're good, man.
No rush,
man.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, cool. Well,
yeah, we're chill.
For example, when you say that we all agree that for example, Dream in Color or Skin of Skin are like pop songs, like with a structure, you know. I would like to know, how do you write that? Do you play piano? Do you play guitar? How do you craft the song or compose it?
They both of them came out in sort of different ways, I guess. Sometimes like Jon will have a bass line or some chords. Sometimes I might have some chords and a vocal
and a hook,
or a hook. Those ones, but I think those ones were more like Dream in Color was a beat first on there and the bass line. Beat and the bass line first.
Bass line.
Yeah, but the thing about those tunes that we always stick by is that we kind of say, like, if we can't sit around the piano and guitar and play it and it sound full and rich, then you know it's probably not going to have the song qualities in it that we want to have with all the production elements to it as well. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's got to work. It's got to work both ways, full production and also acoustically. You know, it's got to work. If it works both ways.
That's the key with the more songy stuff to us, anyway. You know.
But both of them were formed in different ways, and some of the tunes have that, like Jon was saying, the more traditional structures, which is something, you know, we're kind of from that world as well in terms of our background of playing music and stuff, playing whatever it might be, song covers structure. Or songs,
But I think it's like it's very fun, you know, that you have songs like, for example, Big Cheese, that you just like and then we all sing together. For example, I don't know, Dream in Color.
Whatever, nice. It's fun. It's fun to sort of have all corners, you know.
Yes.
And it's just saying, like the House of FM, it's been, I think, quite a healthy thing just to kind of go back into that world. Because, you know, if you think about Dopamine was one of the first tracks with vocals. It was the first track with a vocal that we released, but the structure is not really a song structure as well. It's just kind
Which one? Sorry, I didn't.
Sorry, Dopamine.
Oh, yeah.
Dopamine. It's kind of like quite a linear structure, I suppose, if there was one, but it kind of fell out, you know, it wasn't really premeditated. So it's kind of nice to reconnect with that style of writing a little bit and just kind of, you know, try and just develop a journey in the track. So yeah, it's cool. And it's going to be interesting, like having that at the forefront of our mind whilst we're writing the next album. So, yeah.
So these songs are going to be part of the EP, and then you're writing a new album. Like
that's what we're doing at the moment. Yeah, we're writing an album.
Whoa,
at the moment.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Congrats.
Thanks, man.
Well, you haven't heard it yet.
We're in the middle of writing it, so
but the intentions are there. So
big time. Yeah.
It's super important.
Yeah.
I think you've been super kind with me, so thank you very much.
No, man. Cool, man. Thank you for having us.
It's been lovely to have a little chat.
I like to say goodbye. If you could say this is gonna be like the last part of the interview, so I'm gonna chop it a lot.
Okay, cool.
So if you can make an intro or something for to put it on the show.
Well, hello with
Franc
Moody.
For example, the show is called I don't know, the name wasn't me, but it's the name of my show. But the show is called Shopping 2.0, so it would be 2.0 or 2.0. I don't know.
2.0. Shopping 2.0.
Cool, yeah.
Oh.
And my name is Germán. So if you could say something with that, I would be very grateful.
Yeah.
Can you do the Spanish?
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, we're Franc Moody. This is Ned Frank, Jon Moody here.
Hello there, and we're very grateful to be on Germán's show, Shopping 2.0.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Gracias a ustedes. Bueno, I think we're cool. thank you very much. I have a lot more of questions. Like very, very, very thank you. I am a big fan of you. Like
Thanks so much.
since moms.
Oh man, thank you for the support, brother.
I like your guitar. You got a
Oh yeah,
Telecaster behind
I got this one, like the classic.
the Strat.
the
Love it.
Strat, and then wait.
I quite want to get a telly with that as well.
This
Beautiful.
super classic, like.
I love
Yeah,
that.
love
I really
those
want to get
tellies.
one of those.
So cool.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
but don't be frustrated at the beginning because the sound is super weird. I mean,
Yeah, really.
It's very twangy.
yeah, so that word. Yeah, exactly.
It's funky as fuck.
I love that. It's sick.
Nice.
Exactly. Sometimes it's like nice to try different instruments to achieve different songs, not just sounds. I mean songs.
Yeah.
For example, if you play the bass, for example, and all your songs are coming from the bass line, you sit on the piano and you just will try to make
Yeah.
another thing.
Fall into
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
yes. And how's Cordoba? It's good.
Cordoba is super nice. I mean, I can move my camera right now, but we have a nice weather right now. It's a little
jealous.
cold, but sadly, we are on quarantine again. So
No.
I think it's just for 9 days, but you never know. As you said.
Man.
Oh, fingers crossed, it's not too
Well,
long.
and fingers crossed we get out there. It'd be really nice to
It's so
play
cool.
in, in South America. We played Central America, we played Mexico, but to come down to Argentina would be so cool.
It'll be a dream.
That'd be a dream.
I would love to. Maybe Buenos Aires, if Cordoba can be, maybe Buenos Aires.
Oh, I'd love that.
It'll be a
We
dream.
Buenos Aires, Cordoba, and then Santiago. Keep going this way and then up.
Oh,
So yeah, man, when's the show going out then? Is it when's this
Saturday night.
Saturday night? Cool.
At 8 p.m. by here.
Wicked. Nice.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Well, thank you so
and-
much for having us on, man. Yeah.
No, thank you again, big fan, and please
Thank you.
come to Argentina. I don't say Cordoba, Argentina.
Fingers crossed, man.
Okay.
It's gonna happen.
And break a leg with the new album and the shows and all the things.
Thank you, man.
Thank you
Nice.
so much, Adam.
Respect.
Love you guys.
Cheers, man.
Super
All
nice.
right, take care, mate.
Bye bye.
All the best.